a friend of mine was at the show, and he saw me talking about the match, and he was like, I can tell you now it was a banger. So I was like, well, I have it on good authority. And then he was correct. It opened, I thought that was a main event match that opened Rampage.
Opened the show.
Yeah, it was. They just went, and it was interesting. They were like already in the ring when the show started. Like, it was off the bat, like, just they were going at it and ready to go, and it was fantastic. It was just, and you knew on paper, again, we've talked about this before, when you see matches on paper that look good, but then you go into the you go and you see the actual matches, and they live up, they surpass everything you expected. And I think that's what happened here. They just went all out. And a few times they made it, which is, we've talked about, and it's a good thing, of there. I mean, there was a few times that Takeshita nearly pulled it out, and I was like, well, maybe they are gonna let him get his rub on the out here. So it was a phenomenal match, and I'm glad Eddie got that. And then to see the praise for him on, Eddie was praising him on Twitter. Well, they were praising each other, but then there was a video. Oh, it was because Emi Sakura, she went up to Eddie after the match, which she's really great about going to wrestlers right after the match and getting like honest reactions from them, because she's done it with Hangman Page, was one of the best ones she's done. Yeah, and so she did it for Eddie, and Eddie was just talking about like how great Takeshita was and how he loved it, and he wants a rematch, and he wants just all of the praise that he had for him. And even Takeshita was like, he likes the Japanese style of wrestling, so it was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to Eddie versus Jericho, because they both like the Japanese forms of wrestling, and I think that's really, and he was just like, so you could see there was the mutual respect between the two of them, and it's really nice to see Eddie get that, especially coming off of Blood and Guts, where he got his victory taken away from him, and he got that moment taken away, even though he was probably the star of, other than, I mean, because he's the one who pushed Sammy off the cage. I was gonna say other than Sammy, but I guess, I mean, Eddie was basically the star of that match.
I mean, he did do a local news program here in the morning.
That's right. I remember you telling me.
And I think that's certainly, not that he wasn't already over, but I think that it certainly helped that, he went on the news and was like, Detroit is the shit. And we were like, you're the shit.
Yeah.
So right. I mean, it's very easy in this town if you give some love to the 313, and we are happy to give you plenty of love back.
Definitely. So which is why, so we'll hit on this real quick about Eddie was trending earlier because people were body shaming him.
Oh, lovely. Oh,
because I guess they've moved on from Adam Cole. Because they body shame him all the time.
Do we now have to like come back to this, like this Eddie body shaming thing? It's cute as it, like when it's an angle, but when it's a toxic Twitter trend,
it's just toxic Twitter when there's and so, and Eddie's made the comment before, like, if you want to talk about his body, he doesn't give a shit because he's out here living his dream.
Yeah, right.
It says more, and he said it, and I think most of us think that too. When you body shame someone, it says more about you than the person you're body shaming.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, it clearly says that you're insecure for whatever reason.
And a judgmental butthead.
Well, yeah, absolutely that too.
Like, keep it to yourself. Who cares?
Don't go on
It's
Twitter.
It's okay to have those thoughts, but just keep them in your head, man.
Yeah, don't go on Twitter where he can read these things. I mean, I know he doesn't care, but still, I mean.
Yeah, but it's not necessary.
It isn't. It's not necessary. None of us need to. And so, like I said this morning, when I clicked on it, it was a bunch of people who were like talking about how great Eddie is, and we're not going to body shame him, and it doesn't matter what his body looks like. And talking about how like he just had this incredible match on Friday, and because that's what I thought when I saw him trending. I assumed it was because of his match from Friday, and then
that's what he should have been trending
exactly.
For.
And then I didn't see any of the negative comments myself. I just saw people talking about how like they're like, we're not doing this. Like
we're ridiculous.
We're not going to talk
out of here.
Yeah. So anybody who's body shaming anybody, screw all of you.
Yeah, stow that shit and get a life. Go outside. I'm with Jim Valley.
Grass.
Go outside.
Go
get some air. Go pet a dog. Like as long as you ask the owner first. Like
go love yourself.
Get some air. Get a drink. It doesn't have to be alcoholic. You can just go Go get a lemonade and sit by some water or something.
Right. Do literally anything else.
Literally get a life is I know that's an old saying, but
right.
In also
2022 it's an apt statement.
People spend an extraordinary amount of time doing ridiculous nonsense like that when you could be doing something meaningful, either like with your existence